Welcome to the HackMatrix. This is map0.obj that I'm loading. I opened Kden Live on accident. The song is hilarious to me. This is Jazz Wayland Protocol, just to be clear, this is what this is. Oh, this is actually WL Roots. Maybe it actually is the Wayland Protocol docs. Yeah, it is. Not sure why I'm in the appendix, though. Maybe it's just gone. That's not the protocol, I think. I think it's... Maybe it's the Wayland book. Whatever. Okay, so this is the object that I'm loading here. So I don't think it's supposed to be here. I think it's probably... I want to put a rotation onto it. Originally I had it flat, but I kind of want to look at it as like a map. So in that case I would do like a 90-degree rotation. I think it's a little too big though. It's like maybe 3 or even 2. Okay, so eventually... So what I'm making here is, it's going to be like zones for my game. Okay, so this is going to be zones for my game here. I think it's LAT that I want. I want to sort by time. So I totally forgot what I was just... the folder I was working in. That's just HackMatrix. I think I'm just going to find out by looking at my previous stream. That's probably the best way to go do that. I'm also going to kick out the stream chat. I'll probably turn off the music in a moment. It does make it a bit difficult. Okay, so it's this video that I want. I knew I recognized that fork. Talking to someone. Okay, I'm done with this music. I'm not sure people want to listen to AI-generated music on my stream here. But I am going to look at the previous stream, which is this one, to figure out what folder I was with. Throwaway. Of course I would put it in throwaway. It's not throwaway. I'll just move it to Kuber Logos. Move throwaway to Kuber Logos. All of the contents. CD Kuber Logos. That's sus. Oh gosh. No. I don't know what I just deleted, but the move throwaway star to Kuber Logos star, I think literally just got rid of all the files in this folder, except the Vox. So luckily all of the voxels in here, I think it was just a readme and stuff that was in here. It's not really that important actually. So I guess that's fine. Whoops, that's not what I want. Where is the... Oh geez, yep, I'm not gonna have a call right now. I'm streaming. So let's go to throwaways, and then... Wait, did I delete everything in throwaways too? That's crazy. That was actually a really stupid thing to do. I didn't know that move had that capability. I think that's literally the first time I've ever done that. So it's pretty unfortunate. does this just delete everything in the folders? Oh, so it moved it into Vox? That would be upsetting. Okay, I'm happy about this. Make dir actual Vox, move star.obj to Vox, actual Vox. Move star.mtl to actual Vox, and then move objmtl star.vox. And the reason I'm doing this is because everything else, some things don't have prefixes, some things are just folders. Like I just want to now move star to ... and then move actual Vox star to Vox, and then ls Vox rm. Let's take a look what's here. Rm rf actual Vox. Okay, so I didn't delete anything actually. It was just so it expanded and then moved everything into that Vox folder. So that's interesting. Anyways, so if I go to, I'm going to make a directory me versus GPT and then move me and GPT, move me to me versus GPT and then move GPT to me versus GPT. It would actually be kind of interesting if I had a beep counter. So if I press tab when it's not supposed to tab, meaning that I haven't fully written what I need to for the autocomplete to work, it beeps at me. It would be funny to have like a beep counter somewhere. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna go to me and me versus GPT, and then I'm going to say open. And what this is going to do is it's going to open the I don't know if I need this one, so I moved backwards. So this is supposed to be the design for this cave thing, and I imagined having like a sort of monolithic like crystal thing in the cave. Right now it's sort of a grassland. I guess this could be considered, this is supposed to be a fountain, but I was thinking that there would be like a monolithic like relic crystal thing, and then you would have like these spaces for groups to gather or people to gather, teams, and then they would, the crystal would be like a giant like supercomputer or something, and then these are like people who are like logging into their portion of the supercomputer to, I don't know, access something. I thought that this, whatever this sort of weird fractal thing I drew was, would be a I don't know, some type of like in-game radio tower or something that connects to, I'm not sure. I was just having fun designing things. And then boats. I think I want sailing to be a component of my game. I like sailing. I sort of came up with some game ideas while living on a sailboat around New York City. And then I built the game after, like immediately after that adventure. So I kind of want to incorporate sailing into the game. Some of my previous videos have sailing. But what I'm working on for this particular thing is the sort of the map here. And so this is a card that doesn't have squares, and so this thing is just fully square. So that's sort of makes it problematic for its dimensions. Its dimensions are sort of messed up. It should be 4 by 8 or something like that, and it's like 8 by 8. And the demarcations, the roads for this sort of space, I'm calling them roads because it's modeled after like a Roman forum or something, a Roman like village or something, or maybe a medieval village, feudal village. So the roads, like they're not perfectly square on this. Anyways, I'm going to probably continue working on this particular thing today, and then, or in the stream, and then maybe do some code. I would like to do some like voxel stuff. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to wine downloads Magica voxel, and then do that like this. So that actually just, okay. Luckily wine takes a long time, so it gave me some time to move here. But I actually think I want to open this like somewhere close by to that sort of card there. So I'm going to open it here. So when I'm focused, I can sort of see it, or specific parts that I want to work on. So I think maybe something I can do is make, I don't know, one of the forums or something. The problem that I have right now, if I were to start making sub-designs, obviously this is just, you know, a map, I guess. If I were to start making details, I would have to somehow link the objects that are the details to the map and then do a rotation of them together, and like scaling and all of that. And I have that, but I don't really want my code to be dependent on that type of thing. So maybe I will move this somewhere else, like maybe open the door and move it like out back here. But I do kind of like computing in the cave while I'm working on it. So maybe I'll just get I have a component called parentable, and we can go take a look at that. Maybe I'll just get the parentable working with translations, or get it working with the models I create. I'm not sure if it already works with translations and I just have to add it to these models that I'm going to make, or if I actually have to do some work to get the translations to work. But I can find that out actually by going to the parent module. And so the parent component is just the data associated, and then there's a system which has apply translation. This is for moving a thing, not a positionable. So I do have move. So I do have an apply rotation, and when it does this, it's just changing the positionables in a sort of interpolated smooth movement over time. So it's an animation, basically a rotation animation that I created mostly for the door component here. Unfortunately, my GUI does not work on the Wayland branch for the rotation. But it does have the concept of parentable or parent, which allows me to iterate through all the children objects and then apply the rotations to them that need to be applied. Unfortunately, with this, there is something called the, I think, origin that needs to be accounted for, like the positionable.origin or something. It's interesting that that doesn't account for the origin, as far as I could tell. And this is the same thing as rotation, or as the trend. Yeah, it's the same thing as rotation, and it also doesn't take into account the origin. So I have this thought that if I were to rotate all of this with a parentable object, I think the rotations would get messed up. Things would end up in the wrong spot. So probably not something I want to do. I'm supposed to just curl this thing. It says it moved permanently. And it does that. I can't seem to open that. What size is it made? It would actually be interesting if I replaced the water with this, maybe. I could replace the water with this and then do all my work here and then sort of rotate the cave so it would open up this way, and then I could put the water here, which would be strange.